So, upon hearing the announcement of Hardhat 2020, the first thing I thought of was this video. I need to do a video for you guys on the best nade spots in this new DLC map that quite clearly is so open, and knowing a few cheeky nade spots over so many walls without any roofs apparently, it's so easy to get multi-kills, popcorn medals, and of course clearing flags from virtually across the side of the map. So stick around for the full video. My name is Gaabbbaaa. I hope you enjoy nade spots in Hardhat 2020. Of course, it being a nade spot video, we're going to include the Semtex as well, the C4, the Thermite, even the Molotov, and some JOKR / Javelin spots as well. This map is very open, so there's so many spots. Let's get to it. I'm using a split screen, as you can see, just to make it easier to show you where it lands, and of course, more importantly, where to throw it. So let's start the video on how to attack B from the A flag in Domination. So we want the nade to land just about here. I've been practicing on my second account here on the split screen. It's kind of weird seeing it half the screen. So we're going to be coming from the A flag up here, and we want to be standing on this orange, I don't know what this is. So we stand on this corner here, and we want to be aiming at the very top of that, and you'll see the nade goes through the gap, lands perfectly on the B flag. A lot of players will actually capture this flag as close to this as possible. So let's just try that again now. So I'm going to try and do this at speed to show how easy it is. Run up to this corner here, aim a bit higher, and get it through the gap. Nice. And just to show you, the Molotovs are the same as the Semtex on this corner here, in line with that one at the top there. Just get it through the gap on the right. Perfect. So now with the Frag Grenade, similar area, we just want to move to this grill just here, and aim a little bit higher than this pillar here, in line with that. Just show you that now. No need to cook it, just give it a chuck. Should land straight on it. So with C4, it's slightly different because you can't quite get it as far, so you want to use this wood here to line yourself up with this wood here. Run and go, and you've got to jump at the last second to get it far enough. And you see on the other bottom screen, pretty much perfect. Right, so for Thermites, I don't know who's using Thermites, but they go ridiculously far. So you want to come up to this bin bag over here in the corner, look up at this crane, and you want to be looking at number 103. So you want to be aiming at that over there, get your crosshair on it, chuck it on there, so it's in line with this bin bag. Look at the crane and look at number 103. Should land straight on it. Right, so coming from C flag and Dom to B, some easy ones, really, really good ones here. So we're going to come to this little pillar here, and 45 degrees above, just in between here. So 45 degrees, chuck it up. You can even throw it a bit further left if you'd like, but it always clears B. So the Frag Grenade is a lot easier. Just get in this corner here, and we want to be throwing it kind of just there, in between the two pillars of wood, much closer to the right hand side one. It works every time. That little bog, little porta potty, is such a big backboard. Bounces there every time. Really, really good. So when coming from this tunnel here, really popular. You don't want to peek around here. Clearly they're staring at. So as soon as you come through here, you want to be aiming just above the wood. Is that wood? I don't know. That sort of darker colour one. Up it goes. Works pretty well. And the last one's a bit different. This is really, really cool. So over here by this car, you'll see the lights there. Just lock onto that with a javelin. I'll just show you on the other account. There are some lights here. And if you're attacking B, it is deadly. So moving on to A flag on Dom. Getting frag grenades on A is super easy. It's a matter of hitting this wall here. Chuck a grenade just there. You should see on the bottom screen. Pretty clear. Hit that wall just there, because that backboard isn't like it used to be in the old school Hardhat, because this is not flat. So you want to be hitting that wall there. Also hitting that's quite a nice option as well, or even that. Do you want to be refragging it down there? Refragging, just made a new word up. Should see on bottom screen. It's pretty clear, so just hit it off of that. Off of that. You could try that wall there, but it doesn't really bounce the way you want it to. So my favourite one is this one just here, over the wall. You should see in the bottom screen now. Pretty clear. But that isn't where you really want to be throwing nades on Domination. There's always a player here camping, aiming down sight. Just, you know, it's quite annoying. So when attacking, get in line with these two here. See this wooden box? Cardboard box, sorry. And you want to aim just as high as you can, just slightly to the left. You see, I'm not quite in the middle, it's to the left. Let's just chuck a nade just here. So it clearly makes the wall. There's quite a large backboard there, so it's quite straightforward. Right, so when it comes to Semtex and Molotovs, they've got the same sort of trajectory. Come to this yellow barrel, and you want to be aiming just to the right of the fence. You don't really want to be peeking it, because there's always a guy there. So if you can, just get in line with this thing here. You can chuck it just beside it. Pretty much lands right on the flag. Rather than up there to get the actual flag, to get the camper, just there. See, it lands on him pretty much perfect. Key thing is not to poke your head, but if you do know they're there, quickly come back, hug this little yellow thing, and either aim there for the camper or just in line with that for anyone on the flag. Okay, when it comes to javelins, there's two real good spots. One is going to be this pillar here. That's going to kill any campers over here. You've got another pillar just there as well. That is going to take out anyone on the flag or camping around there. Often there will be players the other side of this wall, and you know they will be there. So it is close enough for you to lock on there. So definitely hit that spot there. On the corner if possible. Too close. On the corner if possible. When it comes to the flag down here, yet again, you don't want to prop your head out. So just whack it on that barrel. The yellow barrel is good. And to kill the camper, for a bit of fun, we're going to do that now. Aim as low as possible. Just over the wall there. Shoot and forget, as they say in Modern Warfare 3. Nice aerial view of the map. A little bit dangerous, but if you're here in line with these boxes, just there, there's a little gap of air, just big enough for the square to fit. So when I press R1 now, just there. For some reason you can aim at air, and if you hit it, you'll miss the crane and hit the ground below. I don't know why that works, but that is a damn good spot. Just want to show you that Thermite is possible. I mean, I don't know why you'd be using it. So you want to be aiming just between these two pillars here, and roughly about there. If you aim too high, you're going to completely miss. Lower the better. It's the only real place a Thermite would do well. I wouldn't recommend Thermites on this map anyway, to be fair. Right, let's get a geezer in here. We know there's a guy camping in the door. So, although this is probably not the best use of a C4, I would still recommend chucking it over that corner. You can get it in the door if you know they're in there, and that's just over the lid there. So my suggestion is to aim for that pole, the top of it basically. Top of the pole, this sort of area here. Oh, my battery's low. So just focusing on that building again, you can actually get a javelin inside of it. It's pretty harsh. So anywhere down here, you just want to be focusing on that pillar, or that column, I don't know what you call it. So that crossbeam is kind of bluish. Even if it hits it, it's going to cause damage, but if it misses, it will hit the floor, and it will just obliterate anyone in there. And there's always someone in there yet again, and there's also a hard point in there, so keep that in mind. Right, so this map, clearly very, very open, but the C flag is probably the most open. It's so exposed. So let me just show you a really easy one. On the bottom screen now, we're sitting on the C flag. Anyone can explain what that does there? That little chick. So up to this, you want to aim for the gap in the clouds. Just chuck it. It should land there every time. Just a couple more on Dom. Of course, I'll be moving on to the other game types and camp spots in a moment. But I've got another frag here. You see that pillar? That is right on the C flag, just to let you know. Don't know how useful it will be. There's enough bodies there. Right, so I've got a little switch up from the classic. We all know these pillars are good, but you can actually now use these. This was not in the original game. So aiming above this pole here, if it hits that pole, it bounces straight onto C. So just to give you an alternative angle, if you're coming from this middle, you haven't got to hug it too much. The better the angle, the better. Is to hit this wall here, this pillar here. There's actually a very large wall that bounces off of. In a bit of a rush, you may not be able to hit that first one I showed you. So just run in here and chuck it off the pillar. Should be quite straightforward. Right, now coming from A, this is a great spot. It's so easy. So in line with here, it's actually just over here. So in line with that wooden bit there, you'll see on the map there's a B flag. Sorry, C flag just there. So just chuck it just about there. It's so easy to get because it's such a large backboard. So here's the Semtex from the same angle, in line with these signs, in line with the wood, not too far right. Real forgiving, that one, real easy. So there's a lot of fighting going on in this area. You know there's someone on C flag. Just want to give you an alternative angle. You're not always going to be around there. If you get pushed around here, make sure you've got a clear sight of that window. As long as you're aiming quite high, you won't. It's difficult to get it in that window, so aim quite high. You'll see it dip over the wall, hit the backboard quite clearly, lands on C. Okay, so Semtex wise, on the C flag on Dom, get the geezer there. Climb on this pillar. Everything's a pillar to me on this map. This wooden box here, you see the little... so we're aiming just above all those buildings there. It's actually quite forgiving, so just not 45 degrees. Not real high. So I could only find one Javelin spot for C. There used to be quite a lot more on the previous version of this map. So it's just there. On that pillar, it's got a tiny outlet. Got to make sure you hit it. And when coming at a different angle like that, it will often miss that target and then hit the C flag. Or if it still hits it, it still does enough damage to kill the people below. So definitely hit that spot if you're trying to go for Javelin kills. Often it can take out multiple enemies. So this pipe is always busy, always people down here. So let me just stand in this area here for a sec. It's actually open air, so if you have got yourself a Javelin, step all the way back, you've got a real clear shot there. That is a guaranteed kill. There's always someone there. But with a frag grenade though, you have actually got a really good frag spot. It's between these two pillars. You're going to be aiming quite high. You're basically going to bounce it off of the blue there. So you're going to be aiming roughly there. Always results in a kill. There's always someone there. And as this has just died here, I will actually do the Javelin while I'm here as well. Plop that just there. Get a nice clear aerial view of the map. The Javelin on this map is so overpowered. There's so many great spots. Right, so take a look at the screen down the bottom here. This room is really busy. You know there's hard points in here. We can actually get nades from this window here. I'll just show you. So through here, quite high. Okay, we'll try it with a Semtex this time. It's likely to get stuck to a wall, actually. I've not tried it yet. Let's try it. Okay. Right, so I found a really good spot. There's actually a headquarters and a hard point here. What we're going to be aiming for is a Javelin on that. I don't know what that is. Probably, well, I don't know what that is. But from here, let me grab the other pad. You can see it all the way from back here. Again, you kind of aim to the side, drag it in. I'm going to make my way around to the seaside and just show you the other way. Lands right in the middle and all. So you actually get another view of that same pole just here. Nice. Okay. So when it comes to grenade in that area, as long as you're kind of in line with that crane, you're going to get a kill, I guess. So coming from both angles, nice. If you can get around the side here, in this corner, and throw a nade at the very top of that blue line. This is a Semtex. Straight through. Loads of room for error there. So we have a head glitch just here inside the hard point, and always someone in that area. You want to get a nade kind of down this aisle here. Does a lot of damage. So coming up to this barrier, I guess. You see this little V in the sky? Use your imagination. V, I guess. Just there. The peak of the left hand side of it. It's really quite wide in there. Right, so these stairs are really popular in a game of hardpoint. There's always going to be someone in this stairwell. And when approaching from C, real easy one actually, really forgiving, is just double the height of those lights. So remember, double the height of the light, come up to this box, it will easily go in. There's quite a large window for it to go through. Yeah, of course, this tunnel, there's going to be someone here. I mean, normally this is for sort of TDM and stuff. Would they use that? But once on top of this pipe, quick as you can, chuck a nade, kind of double the height of that grey thing, in line with the blue. One of my favourites is down this. There's always a bit of a gunfight, and when the red dots are all over, I want to chuck a nade against that. I love it. Such a good nade. So let me start showing you the two biggest camp spots in this map. Behind this wall here, we all know it. Everyone's always behind here. And behind here. So we're going to start by attacking this way. This only works with a Semtex because it's the only thing that can reach. It's just in here, and you want it in line with the black text. Anywhere within there is pretty good, and you want to aim quite high. So let's get over here. It's quite hard to miss. It's a big open area. Quite often you'll be in a gunfight and you know they're around there. You can't quite get the angle, so stand in the hoops and throw a nade just through there. It's anywhere in there will actually work. It's quite forgiving, to be fair. I'm now going to show you the other way around. So attacking from this side here into this, which probably is the most campy spot in this game. There's always someone sitting in there. So let me show you how to attack it. Just grab the main controller. So we want to be aiming for this pillar as high as that there, cable, and you're going to be standing real close to this. So if you're in line with that, that should be enough to go through the gap and lead to a kill. Right, so I've got a really good Semtex from the middle. So it's actually from this, you can walk up to this and it kind of nudges you. You want to get in close to that and aiming in line with the, you see that the top of that beam there, but in between the crane, so kind of up and there. Oh guys, I'm excited. This has worked every single time since, so this is the best spot I need to show you in this video. Let's just get this down here. This will cause so much damage in many game modes. It lands roughly here, and it always kills head glitchers and people camping on the A flag here. So this is where you have to stand, and I have not had this work anywhere else on this map. So it has to be inside this little room here. Apologise, I need to get from the outside. So you're near C, you climb in here, your back needs to go against this wall. And you aim up here, hold R1, you slowly drag it in. It will lock on to something like air, I don't know. It always misses the crane. That's the important part about this. And I'll swap controllers to this one. See, that is in a prime position, and there you'll kill multiple people so easily. So definitely give that one a go. That of all the whole video, that is the one I've been working towards, because this took me about an hour to find that exact spot standing here. You try that anywhere else on the map, it's not going to work. I don't know why. It just works perfectly here every time. So if you found any of this useful, please stick around for more by subscribing. My name is Gaabbbaaa. I'm going to be doing this for all the DLC maps going forward, and I do appreciate you watching today. You take care. Bye.